What's up, y'all? You know who it is. It's your boy Tay Day All Day back again with another episode. And today I want to talk about and really ask you guys a question. I've been watching this anime show, but anybody that does watch anime, they know that depending on the type of anime you're watching, they have a message in it. Whether it's don't do something bad or a life lesson of, if you choose down this road, this is a possibility and this is also the good out of it. Things of that nature. And that's the reason why I really love anime. I can pretty much watch any kind of anime, even if it starts off boring or if it starts off really good and then gets boring, I'll still finish it because they still have life lessons in it, and it also teaches you, which is a lot of them do. They teach you to persevere through what you're doing. Now, I'm talking about it, or what the anime that I'm watching. It's called Psycho-Pass. So not psycho ass, but Psycho-Pass, like pass the ball. And it's about, just a brief description, and I do recommend you watch it. It's about the main character is a woman, and then the other main character is a man, and they're detectives. One's an inspector, and one previously was an inspector, but it's a high-tech lifestyle, and it makes you think, well, we're talking about high-tech, advancements. So we're in year 2020, and this anime is year 2115. So it's almost 100 years in advance. And seeing how much in the last 20 years, how technology has advanced, maybe even just the last 5-10 years, how much time has advanced. I know, like, cell phones from dial-up internet and cord phones and all that stuff. I've lived through using those type of phones, not having been able to use a cell phone, to having cell phones, and now having cell phones be your own. You got your computer in your pocket. Those type of things. But this show is talking about a system, the government, the system, and it's called civil. Just like, we're all supposed to be civilized, but it's called civil. And of course, since it's an anime, it takes place in Japan, which they always have the higher technology than we do anyway, and sell it to us. But the point of what I want to talk about, I'm not going to tell you too many details about the show, is that you have a guy, the protagonist, that has, he was still born in this where the government civil was incorporated, but he read a lot of books, and he liked how we had the system back in our 20th and 21st century. So what's going on here is they have a dilemma. You got a protagonist that is doing whatever he can to shut down civil, but the inspectors or police officers, they have a different type of ranks. And you also have this thing called Psycho-Pass, which is the name of the show. Psycho-Pass is what tells you, or tells everyone basically, what kind of mindset you're in. You can't think of crime or committing a crime without technology being able to read your Psycho-Pass and if it reaches a certain number or above, they don't arrest people anymore. They have advanced it where now instead of arresting you, they put you in a psychiatric hospital. Anybody that was a murderer or thought about murder or thought about suicide, thought about robbing, any of that, they read it, they tell by your psychopaths. And if your psychopath is over that number, boom, they come and get you. And that's what the police job is now. Instead of waiting until, showing up post crime or post accident, they are able to have cameras on every block and all that stuff to read your mindset and where your mind is headed. And if it goes high enough, they have these of course advanced weapons, and they will, if you are just thinking about committing a crime or whatever, they will shoot out something that will tase you and put you out, for, I don't know, I would just say, I'm just assuming 12 to 24 hours. But if there's a certain point that they have in place where you cannot return. Most people do not return, and that is justified in your gun. These advanced guns will turn from just a stabilizer to shock you and put you out to murdering you, like splat, kill you, destroy your whole components. You get hit with it, you got a 9.9 chance of dying, instant death. So, just saying that, with that information told, what I really want to know after I've said all that stuff is, would you want to live in a civilization that that controls you and determines what you're going to do? Oh, and on top of that, the government is the civil. They also determine if you're going to spend your life as a grocery store manager or a low level based off of your intellect, off this test that you take at a certain age. It determines the rest of your life. And some people, and it's rated out of 730 points. If you score it, and they're ranked from A, B, C, D, E, blah, blah, blah. And based on that, how you score on that will tell you what your job is going to be. So you got two things basing off your future, your rest of your whole life. One, how you can manage your mind. If you can't manage your mind, your train of thought, which a lot of times we can't, especially your subconscious. If you can't manage that, then they're going to label you as a latent criminal, where you can't, you have to stay within. It's basically, they put you in a prison where you can't leave that place without being supervised, and you work in that same place as well. But for one test to determine your future job, how much money you'll make, the type of lifestyle you'll live, that determines who you will be, is crazy and out of my mind. Like, would you rather have a system like this, and it's all for safety, and it tries to save everybody amount of time. And so, if you haven't seen Psychopaths, I definitely recommend you watching it. But I cannot fathom having machines or cyborgs and walking around and controlling us, or having just technology, period, running my life. Or, you have no control of really what you're going to do. It all depends on how you perform. And boom, and then they tell you, and they give you, if you have more options, it's kind of like the test you take for the military. They give you rankings, and you have availability for certain jobs. If you hit a certain rank, you can do this job. If you want to do this job, you can do that. It's that same kind of system, but put on a larger scale for everybody. So, how do you think about that? Like, how do you feel about that? Would you rather keep the lifestyle you have now, where there's no telling what you're going to do? You don't know what you're going to do, what you're going to be. You just got to feel things out until you figure out what you want to do and who you want to be? Or would you rather a system tell you what you're capable of and what you're going to do and what your options are, based off a test they give you and off of your mindset? Everybody has their own opinions, but I would love to hear what you guys think on these topics. So make sure you guys tap in and give me your response. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. If you got any questions, please comment. Get a hold of me on Facebook, my blog and pod page. Also here on Spreaker Studio. Please let me know how you guys feel. Make sure you tap in, and make sure you following and liking and sharing this information. Make sure other people tap in as well and get on. All right, guys. Thank you guys for listening. And Tay Day is out.